Copilot, with ChatGPT, with Canva. And this one is going to be very 101. And I'm going to upload into the chat a um, actual worksheet for you guys that we're going to just kind of review while we're going along. And what I'm going to just grab it here. I will put it in the chat after we're done. But anyways, this is what we're going to go through. Hopefully you can see my PDF here, and we are going to just
I think we lost her.
Where'd she go? She's not here. She's not back. She's not with us.
Hey, Gail, why don't you just take over the presentation?
If I knew that much about Copilot, I have used ChatGPT many times, and it's wonderful, but I need Lisa. There she is.
I don't know what is happening to my computer. I'm in the North Branch office and it's not working. So we're just gonna go with it and move on as we shall, because
Maybe
most of this is gonna
now.
be done on your own. This is a lot about just having a conversation, and then I'm gonna show you a couple of examples and just truly how easy it is. And then I'm gonna show you some buttons, and I'm gonna show you where to gather information. And I'm going to teach you how to build the foundation to make this a match made in heaven with some of the things that we have in our marketing library and some of the things that the tools that we have that are offered by Edina. So why Copilot? Microsoft works directly inside Outlook, Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and Teams. So if you use, you can't see my screen. Okay. All right. Hopefully you can see my screen now. And we can go through here. So biggest thing is Copilot holds all your tools already. It has and so it speaks well with all of your tools. And I will tell you, we're not going to go into Excel, but maybe you've been on one of our other ones that you can make so many Excel spreadsheets now without having to worry about how you develop the cells or how you do anything, because you can seriously speak into AI and tell it what you want and give it its data, and it will make the charts and the graphs and all the things through Excel. But today what we're going to talk about is Canva. And the Realtor AI workflow. So you can ask Copilot for ideas, copy, or strategize. You guys, I use it for strategizing so often, and the reason is because sometimes, I hope somebody will yell at me if we can't see the screen still, but you can't yell at me. You can only say something in the chat. But lots of times I need it to tell me ideas. I need to tell me what it's capable of. And so many times I just am going on chat and just saying, like, how do I make this? How can I do this? What should this look like? And because the thing is that all you have to do is open up Canva and take a lot of what you are making in chat or Copilot and move what it says into Canva, and it makes it for you. So, and lots of times the cool thing about doing it in AI is that you can multiple times fix it and change it and do all those kind of things. So this is the sheet I'm going to upload inside your Canva chat. And I just wanted to talk to you about like the perfect prompt formula. So you are the real estate marketing expert. Remember that. Your goal is to write and create. The details is, the property, the audience, the features, the location, the style. Do you want it friendly, luxurious, professional, humorous? These are the things that you really need to make sure that you're focusing on because you need that call to action. Tell readers exactly what you want to do next. So, like, let me just give you an example of each of those. So, role. I'm a I'm a realtor for Edina Realty, and I want you to help me create a Facebook post, and I want it to really be geared to first-time home buyers. I'm going to upload a house that I want people to realize that this is an affordable house. Um, I also want it to be a little bit funny. And can you tell these first-time home buyers that I want to be their next phone call? So those are things that show the role, the goal, the details, the style, and the call to action. If this was me when I got this sheet, I would print this out and I would cut that little part out and put it on my screen. I would have it on my screen so that while I'm doing all these things and while I'm saying all the things, I make sure that every single one of my prompts has that perfect formula. So, and then here's just some examples that because the thing is like Nate and I talk a lot about AI, and what we walk away with most of the time is just better ways to talk to Copilot, better ways to talk to chat, better ways to talk to Gemini. Like the prompts are everything. Did you know that you can just go to AI and just say, give me prompts for these tasks that I want to be done? You can definitely ask that and it will just boom, 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 make everything that you're asking for. So write a Facebook post, turn the MLS description into a marketing piece, write a just sold announcement, draft an open house invitation, create a real script, draft a CMA introduction, write a testimonial request, create a neighborhood spotlight, write a holiday greeting. I mean, these are all things that you guys could be, asking AI to make and create for you. And sometimes you guys are just in the mood to, create and do all these things. Sit down and just spend the day making all these prompts and just doing this over and over and over and making those templates. So, and the thing is that Copilot and Outlook work really, really well together. So you can draft listing emails, showing follow up. I don't know about you guys, but is anybody else having an issue getting people to give feedback? I know a lot of you are having a hard time getting feedback. And so this might say, all right, here's the feedback form that we normally copy and paste our normal feedback form and say nobody's responding. Write some information that I can get a response to my feedback that I'm trying to get from them. Make me a new feedback form that's, creative, eye-catching, and demanding of feedback. No. And then you could say, make it funny. You could say, make it more about the sellers. Can you say, sorry to bug them? Make it, that I'm not trying to do all those things. So those are a lot of things that you could definitely do. Help you write thank you notes after open houses. Recruiting, I mean, like, and uh managing summaries. So like lots of times too, like if I'm reading something, I will have it manage a summary for me. So I'll say, could you just read this whole email and summarize what it is? Or an article. Lots of AI articles are really long. So lots of times I'll be like, hey, what are the key points of this? And it will explain to me what the key points are. Listing presentations, buyer guides. They'll work with Copilot and Word. A lot of people are like, I like a lot of the information in the buyer guides, but I don't need all of it. I don't like the colors. I don't like the font. I don't like this. All you have to do is take what you do like, and I will tell you, you can even take it, print it, X out and cross out what you don't want to be included, re-upload it and say, make me a new one of this with all of this content that I have in here. Oh, and then when it's done, it'll say, oh, but add this and this and this. You can have it do that. So in Canva workflow, the thing is that, search for templates of all of these things, for newsletters, for just listed, for Instagram realtors, and then you can use Magic um, Write, Magic Design, Background Remover, Magic Media, and a brand kit, and Magic Resize all inside Canva. And I'm going to show you where those buttons and tabs are in just a minute. And then the Magic Media prompts, they give you a list of prompts that you could use, like a luxurious acreage, lake home, luxurious dock, and I'm even going to show you how you can take a regular photo and make it a sunset photo without having to spend any money. And then, talk about community, so some of these things just kind of gives you ideas of like what you can say next and next and next. So like, and then also I find that we have a marketing coordinator, but the biggest problem is like maybe we go to them and we want something like yesterday. Well, we don't have a marketing coordinator for each individual agent, so we really need to make sure that we're um, giving them enough time to get the things done that we need. But we also need to come prepared to tell them what we want. Like that's one of the biggest problems is like we don't necessarily, we're like, I don't know what I want. Well, I made you a little marketing coordinator checklist that you could next time set up your appointment and make sure all of these things are in your Canva branded area or at least in your uploads. So like you could, make a brand kit created. They could even help you do that. And what I mean by that is they're going to tell you like the names of the logo fonts. They're going to tell you the names of the brands of the colors that we use. You're going to make sure if they have any templates that they could just easily share with you that they have for just sold, just listed, open house, things like that. Might be just freshening up what you already are using. Make sure your headshots are all in there. They're all organized. They're in a certain area. I will tell you, when I met with the marketing coordinators last time, they helped me organize my Canva and showed me how to make the folders and how to, what I should have in there. And then they gave me a bunch of other ideas of like, oh, have you seen this and have you done that? And they just kept sending me things. So like you can brainstorm with your marketing coordinator as well. They can show you how to make QR codes, and they can you can test QR codes when you're putting them on flyers. I put tested because you want to make sure they're tested. You know, contact information. You might want a large contact block, a small contact block. So all of those things definitely really matter. And then come up with like an AI marketing plan. Like this, a lot of people are like, I don't want to just keep putting the open house, open house, open house, just listed, just sold, just listed, just sold. So really kind of mix it up a little bit. So here's a really good marketing plan. So like Monday, you could give a market update. You could use InfoSmarks for this. You could use the stats button on our Pro Kit. There's just so many different ways that you'd be able to get information for a market update. You gather the information and have them make you a chart. They'll make you a chart. You ask them to make you a graph. They'll make you a graph. As long as you give them the information, they can make you anything you want. Make sure you tell them it's for social media because then all the sizing will be perfect for your posts. And if it's for Instagram, sizing will be perfect. Tuesday, do a listing spotlight. Even if it's a listing you've had for months, throw it into a spotlight, bring that baby back to life. Get, and all you have to do is call it listing spotlight. It doesn't have to say like this market house has been on the market for 40 days and I really need you guys to take a look at it. Just spotlight it. Wednesday, community feature. Don't talk just real estate. Talk about other local businesses. Talk about great restaurants. Talk about something that's happening in the community. If you got a new farmer's market or something you got at the farmer's market, or if there's a flea market going on, the sky is the limit. And then Thursday, I gave you a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday before I'm talking to you about videos. So you got a lot of time to like get your ideas together, collected for video, and then get them posted. Friday, open houses. Saturday, maybe do behind the scenes. Talk about what it takes to get ready for an open house. Talk about what it takes to go to 7 showings in one day. Be funny, make a little video with a map or something of like all the places that you've been. You guys work, I know, a lot of all of Minnesota and a lot of Wisconsin. So it'd be funny to say, all right, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. This was what my weekend pertained to. And then add up all your mileage and, be funny with it. So, and then Sunday, do a personal story. Talk about your family, talk about a day, what you did on your day off. Talk about your kids coming to your open house. I mean, whatever it is, make sure you're just also not just talking about business. But I will tell you, if you post 3 things personally, you should definitely do something business because they think you're not no longer working. Another quick tip about that, I always tell people don't post while you're on vacation, post when you get back because people always think, oh, you're always on vacation. They never realize that it's only been a week and then they call somebody else. So I always wait till be like, oh my gosh, it was a fabulous week and tell people about past, but I am now ready to get back and work and get my, hands dirty in real estate. So some of my favorite AI tools is Microsoft Copilot because you guys, we're all using it. Edina's all using it. Many realtors are using it, and it's very smart. It knows a lot about real estate. Canva, obviously, because that's what we're talking about today. I also ChatGPT. I will tell you, I use ChatGPT and Copilot all the time, and I kind of go back and forth. Sometimes if I don't like what Copilot's telling me, I'll put it in chat. If chat's telling me something I don't like, I put it into Copilot. And I will tell you, they don't feel like you're cheating on each other. So like I can even say to ChatGPT, can you make this that will be easy to customize in Copilot? And it will do that. And it'll be like, and when I was saying, I actually made this checklist in ChatGPT and I said, but make it because we all use Copilot. So let's make sure it's really focused on that. And it made this list like that. I mean, and it was like good idea because realtors are using the Microsoft Suite all the time at Edina Realty. I mean, it like totally already knew. Some other ones are, Perplexity, CapCut. All of these are ones that are easy to use and can work in your business. And Nate and I will be doing deeper dives in almost all of these. So here's a little 30-day challenge is to build your brand kit. I will tell you the brand kit is only if you pay for Canva. So if you're using only the free version, you won't be able to build the brand kit, but I will show you a workaround when we get there. Create one flyer, create a newsletter. Even if you're not going to send it out, create one just so that when you want to send one out at the end of the year, you're not knowing, starting from scratch. Like nose around so that you can learn some ideas of like how easy it is to make a newsletter in Canva. Create a new listing presentation, take whatever you're using, upload it into Copilot and say, freshen this up and see what they come up with. Put it in Canva Magic, see what they come up with. Create, social media posts and then, save your prompts. Like I have a folder that I just save all of my prompts in so that I can go back and remember. And then in my notes, I just highlight ones that I use over and over so that I can go right directly to them. And then teach another agent one AI tip that you are doing because you guys, that's where the best thing about this is that you guys share ideas. You guys are always helping each other out and it becomes so incredibly useful. So those are the things that I wanted to tell you about today, but now I'm going to jump in and somebody scream at me if we don't get to my right screen. So let's hope we do. Okay, are you following me to ProKit? How can I see? I feel like I should stop sharing. Okay, so hopefully you're in my ProKit. And I'm going to the marketing library. So the marketing library right here is there. Nope, it isn't on the right screen. Oh, you guys, I'm struggling today. I thought this would be so much easier if I did it, not having to switch through slides. Okay, you should be on my marketing library, but just for those of you that went is just the spot right here, and we went into the marketing library. All of these things can be customized in Canva. These are some of my favorites right here. Buyer needs. Every single time you have a buyer, you should be putting your buyer need on social media because it will not only help you get a house for that buyer, but it will also help you get listings. So, interest rate on renting is 100%. Make sure you talk to those renters because they're throwing money away. All of these things can be customized. And if you come in here, you can see all the resources for the seller guide and the buyer guide. But if you keep going down here too, your image library. These are all images that are, already free of any attachments. Edina owns them. You can copy links. You can download them all. You can see a full library that is, got a ton of content in here for you guys. Campaign videos and image library. So there's 39 photos in here that you could just use. I helped an agent the other day make a new listing presentation, and this was the bench that she used on the. Sure, I got, okay. All right. And I hope that was from a while ago that she said we're not on this right screen because I'm hoping we're right on the right screen. So this is the library that you can go to. So now we're going to jump into Canva. And we're going to work backwards just a little tiny bit because I'm going to show you this is what I made. But what I'm going to first show you, I'm not going to jump over to, I'm going to say that I'm not going to jump into Copilot, but this is what I did is I asked Copilot, I said, help me make a Canva direction to make a flyer that is landscape for this property. And I took one of my agents, Chris Johnson's property that we're going to go tour today. And I just asked, make a description of this using the MLS. So I took the MLS file, uploaded it into Copilot, and here's the prompt that it gave me. It says, absolutely, based on the listing information you uploaded, here's the polished modern listing file that would be great in Canva. This was the prompt right here. So like, this is the prompt that I gave it because this is the prompt that it gave me. And if you notice, guys, it says charcoal, gives the color numbers, everything. I didn't do any of that. I just said like what I wanted and it made all of that for me. So if all of a sudden I came in here and I didn't like those things, all I'd have to do is change. And if you can see down here, this is the photo that I actually used, was this one. But then I said, can you make, oh, I didn't even spell it right. Can you make this into a warm sunset lighting? And this is what it made. So first I had this photo in there, but I said, ooh, make it warm. And this is what it made. So it is amazing, but it had my logo already. It had all of his information from the MLS form that I gave it. It had the description, so it made that. It made all these bullet points. And as if you can look in here, the prompt, I didn't do any of this. I didn't write any of this. All I did was upload the MLS listing and ask them to make it. So all you have to do is come in here and all I did goes to this Canva AI and this is where I put it in. And then if you wanted to say, no sunset lighting. And got to make sure you click so it shows that I clicked on the image, and I'm gonna say no sunset lighting light now. And then we'll see right here, it's working on it. I selected it, so it's gonna come in here and make the changes for me. I will tell you everything is not instant, but I like that it's not instant anymore because they get better with getting things correct. Sometimes the sizing still needs to be tempered a little bit, but we'll see what they come up with. Almost there. And also, if you wanted to make a back to this with more information, all you'd have to do is click here, add the page, and then add whatever you wanted. And you can also take this page, and if you click Control D, it'll, change it so that you can take out what you want, and then have this, all the coloring and everything that you want in there. Because every single thing is always, and as you can see, it brought the lighting back and took out the sunset. So, and those are super easy. And now we're going to talk about all of these things on the side. I'm going to go 101 on you guys here. There's a bazillion amounts of templates that you can use. And all you have to do is come in here and search templates. So like, even you could use Copilot and say, help me figure out what templates I should be using for blah, 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 blah. But I mean, if you just put even open house, it has like open house flyers, open house signs, open house things. I mean, you could remove your shoes signs. I mean, all kinds of things, just everything that you could think of. You just come into these and look at the templates, elements. Like right here, lots of times I want a red arrow. So I can come in here. I can say, give me a red arrow that moves, like shows movement. I can, all kinds of things like that. And you can use AI to generate things from here. So like the elements is like unlimited. And text, obviously, you can, pick different kinds of text that you want. You can make it neon. You can make it all of those things. So I just want people to know that there are so many different things that you can possibly do. And then this is where you upload. So if you do not want to you don't pay for it and you can't make a branding kit, this is a really good spot that you can just upload all of your stuff so that you have it nice and easy and all your things that you need. And you can do videos and designs. You can make folders. So you could make folders for like, all the things like I have headshots in here and logos. And so you can always make folders, but you can also, if you pay for the branded, you can do branding. And as you can see here, you can add brand templates. So like if you love any of our new templates that are coming out here soon, you can add all of those branded templates in here and be able to just boom, 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 create things super duper easy. Ones that we have now or the new ones coming out. Logos. Like here is all the logos. So like I put all the logos and I have a white one in here, red one, black one, all different kinds of sizes. And I just keep all those. And then these are my primary colors that I use for my flyers and my color palettes. And so like I can easily come in here and show my color palettes of what I use when I'm making flyers and things like that. But you can choose fonts and headings, and you can add photos, and you can add all these things. But all of these things can be right in your branding tab here and show all kinds of charts. You can add chart styles. Like if you're going to do every single Monday, you're going to do a market update and you want to do charts, put some charts in here, so that it will be able to see all of the different things that you guys are charting. As you can see, there's like all different kinds of categories on here, but like this magic media too. You can come in here and say what kind of style you want. If you want an Instagram or a landscape or a portrait, you can say inspire me. So if you want to say, first time home buyer, you know, social media post, have them inspire you. Graphics, images, videos, like all of the things are in here. Background. This is, you can add different backgrounds. You can take a photo and put it on different backgrounds. So if you want to use it for your own social media or things with your picture, you can come in here and choose all different kinds of backgrounds. It goes on and on and on and on. And like right here, it has all of my color templates that I use all the time. But the biggest thing is I'm going to upload this into the chat, and I will, while I'm doing that, I will check if you guys have any questions. But go in here, guys, nose around, use things, but know that you can make anything that can be made into Canva by just asking Copilot or ChatGPT to make me directions to make a beautiful flyer in Canva that I want to be bold and simple, and that's going to go to first-time home buyers, that is going to be a little bit funny, and that I want to tell them that I want to be their next call when they're thinking about buying a house. So, oh, it's messaging something to me, probably there. All right, and she will send it in, she's saying she will send it in the recap. So this will be also in the recap, and it will also be in the inside the chat. So whichever place you want to get it, that is great. And if you have any questions, put them in the chat now, and I will upload this, and then I expect you all to have an excellent day.